Alright, so I have the evidence I need. I can go break that psych lock with Miss Adrian. So let's head over there now. Excuse me. Basement warehouse. Here we go. Oh, we actually retyped again. As if it's the first time I'm here, even though I know it's not. Oh, Pearl. How nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, I just got a $37.14 tip from Damien El Mascador. He says, Phil, it's me again. I followed you on YouTube since that retro Scott Pilgrim in 2010 or so. Holy crap. Watched all your game reviews and those helped me build my critical mind. I owe you a lot, and this is me giving a little back with my thanks. Hope it helps. Thank you, Damien. Much appreciated, dude. Let's get you up on the leaderboard as obviously the biggest tip of the night. And Whiskey Tango Foo just did a $5 tip and said, happy 3-year anniversary, Phil. Well, I don't know what you mean by 3-year anniversary. I don't know what this is the 3-year anniversary of. What is today? The 29th? Nothing. I don't know what this would be. That would be 2016? What happened on April 29, 2016? I have no idea. No idea. But anyway, thank you for the tip. So let's go ahead and get Damien El Mascador on here. $37. I just fucked up. $37.14. Like I said, I get the feeling he sent in Canadian dollars like he did earlier, right? Yeah, he sent it in Canadian dollars, so it needs to be converted. And that's why it came out to like $37.14 or whatever. Oh, hold on a second here. I'll check. Let's see. Sends it in such a weird conversion. Let's see here. Let's see here. Here we go. Yeah, it was $50 Canadian. So Canadian dollars, I guess, are worth less than US dollars. So I convert that, and then it becomes $37.14. That's pretty funny. Okay. Should be good now. And of course, PayPal says like took a $1 transaction fee away from that. Big deal, all right? All right, so thank you. Thank you very much for the tip. Alright, so shout out to Ratty Bag as well, who resubscribed for 6 months. And also One Phantom Fuzz 1 did a 50-bit cheers. And thanks for entertaining us tonight, DSP. Have a good night. Thank you, Phantom Fuzz. Alright, we had a little interim there. Let's continue now with Phoenix Wright before we get too sidetracked. Okay. So let's examine again. I think we gotta examine this stuff. Just gonna say this stuff that has the paint on it. This box, there's something about it that's bothering me. That's the box that the Sacred Urn was in. It looks like there's some pink paint on it, too. And that's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn. I think I know how the paint got on it now. Alright, let's investigate again, Nick. Alright. Aha. It looks to me like it's been dry for several days. Oops, let's screw this up. I had my thing open still. I couldn't even see my own screen. There we go. Alright, there's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly and it's shocking pink. Mr. Nick, could it be this odd shape is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Ah, that's the box the Sacred Urn was in. If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well. Wow, you're right. Look, it matches. What is it, Mr. Nick? This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. Paint marks added to the court record. I think it's all starting to become clear that we're much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. I missed a cheer from Phantom Fuzz. Oh no, he cheered. He said, thanks for entertaining us tonight, DSP. Have a good night. I read that out. Was there another one? Yeah, earlier he said, can you have a southern accent for someone? And I answered, and I said, yeah, if we get someone in the game who seems like they would fit a southern accent, I would do it, but so far we don't have anyone yet. I read those out. I don't know what you're talking about. Weird. Alright, anyway, let's continue. So I think that might be it. I don't think I see anything else in here that we didn't already talk about. Yeah, look. I think we're good now. I think we'll be able to press her and get rid of the psych lock. Okay, let's try it. Okay. Here we go. The sacred urn. So we need evidence that the sacred urn is real. Oops. Here we go. Take that! Take that! Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Karain Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how... What she discovered was that the urn had been broken again. Did you say again? Yes, it was broken once a year ago, and now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too. Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? The picture. Yup, this picture. Take that! Got it. This poster, it was made recently, right? Poster? Ah, the poster for the exhibit. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said, I am on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says, Ami. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. Ah! I am? What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for the poster was taken. That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth. Wait. Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. It looks like she's not going to give up with that last psych lock so easily. You have any proof the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor? Yup, we do. Take that! The paint marks. Well, Miss Andrews, what is this supposed to mean? There's pink paint all over the urn. And there's pink paint all over the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. You can't weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews. But... Uh-oh, she's trying to make her escape. But you can't get pink paint anywhere. Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure. Well, there is in my room. Liar. And anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor, there's no proof it's the same paint. Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The proof linking the paint on the urn and the paint to the floor is... Take that! The box. This box the urn was stored in, right? Yes, that's right. Well, there's pink paint on this box as well. Ah! I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. The paint on the floor has an odd shape imprinted in it, doesn't it? Yes. If you put this box into the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there! And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright. So she was the one who broke it. Alright, let's find out the truth about what happened. I'm so sorry, I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand. Is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels. It happened about 2 weeks ago, just after the poster photo was taken on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in a box. When I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance, the box I was carrying crashed to the ground. Crash. I heard a terrible noise and I thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened up the lid of the box and that's when it happened. The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock and let out a huge scream. That's what it sounded like. I could totally see how that could have happened. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. No Super Flash, this game has no naked Japanese chicks in it. There's plenty of other places on the internet you can find that, though. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Karain Village. So I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when the I am got changed to Ami. I didn't know how it was originally written, but any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Ami. Any sane person? Really? Oh, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one had seen it since then. The sacred urn is updated in the court record. Alright. Kill Bill by now, Days Gone Part 1 should be live. I'll check. Hold on. He's asking Days Gone Part 1. Oh, for the love of God, you've got to be kidding me. It's still not live? Okay, there's definitely something up with Days Gone Part 1. I've now uploaded the video twice, and it's not going live. It's stuck in YouTube processing at 95%, and I don't know why. This is bullshit. That's the second fucking time. And I don't know what, maybe it could, I played the video back, it wasn't corrupted or anything. What the fuck is going on with this piece of shit? YouTube, you're a piece of fucking shit. I don't know what's going on, guys. Yeah, this sucks. I mean, all I can do literally is upload it again, you know? Let me check something. What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit. Yeah, they're both just sitting there. This is so weird. Alright, hold on. I'll delete this one. Because this was the first one. Oh, fuck, how do you delete it? Oh my god. Delete. I deleted the first one, which is the one that was also stuck in processing. Yeah, what I'm seeing is the video is showing as published. The video is showing as viewable. And it has 71 views. And it actually has a bunch of likes on it. But for some reason, the thumbnail itself is saying 95% processed. And it's not finishing processing. So it seems to me like it's a weird internal YouTube error with this one video. It won't send out the data to tell people it's live, but the video is viewable. Like, it wouldn't have views on it if it wasn't viewable, right? Cactus God says he can see it. So it's a problem with YouTube. What I would say, maybe you could watch it from the playlist. If not, you could probably watch it directly from the YouTube channel page, but I don't know how to fix this. This is a new thing with YouTube screwing up. The only thing I can try to do is try to upload it a third time, but there's no guarantee it's going to work. Twice it didn't work. So, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry about that. I wish I could fix it. The foibles of YouTube. That's why I hate having to still rely on YouTube, but I understand not everyone can be here for my live streams, right? Alright. Let's continue, shall we? But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. The omni-face statue, aha! Okay. The first time that we came down here, it was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen. But Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the walls or floor of the warehouse when we were here. Well, there was a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see. Now it makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange. What is it, Pearl? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible. She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? Huh? Oh, what? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well, then who was it? Who would have done it and why? On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day, it was moved. But why? Omni-Face golden statue updated in the court record. It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. Why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief, Ron DeLite, was at KB Security. So then why did another Master Mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. Huh. Interesting. To be continued. Alright, Bloy Ripper just did 100-bit cheer. Said, now that Saru was mod, will you have Negi emotes filled? No, because I don't know what that means. No one even knows what that means. I was talking about my mods earlier. I was like, does anyone know what this stupid meme is that people keep bringing up in my chat? And no one knows what it means. We're all like, the fuck is it? We don't know. We're all just like shrugging. We don't know what the fuck it means, so. Alright. Super Dragon, I don't care about that subject, which is why I'm not bringing it up. Now stop that. Stop that immediately. Okay. Could it be a racial... Is it a racial slur? I don't know. If it is, I apologize. I didn't mean to say it then. I didn't know that. I don't know what the fuck it means at all. No one knows. Yeah, I don't know. No one knows what it is. Hey, Nick. What is it this time? You won't believe how many people are here for the trial. Well, it is a murder case. What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door. Next door? What's the trial next door? Why don't you know this, Nick? They're having Detective Atmy's trial today. Oh. Detective Atmy? They say they're going to try him as Master Mask. Already? That was fast. Boy, I'd love to see Master Mask trial. I know. By the way, where's Pearls? Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore. I know you don't like me. Who is this? Pearls really has gotten into her training lately, huh? Yeah, ever since the incident last year. Please! Please don't ignore me! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Okay. Oh, Mr. Delight, good morning. No one likes me. No one will notice me even if I killed someone. Come on, don't be silly. Wait a sec. You don't mean you're the murderer? No, I'm just a poor thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor. Now, let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the heists. Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murder, Nick? Okay. It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock. Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always. I'm afraid that's not an option. Alright, we're going to the court. Rubble, 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 rubble.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, joy to the world.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
You're ready? Preparation is the last refuge of the weak. Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statements, Mr. Godot. Ho, ho, ho.
Ugh, he's got the judge in the palm of his hand yet again. Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all.
I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot.
Ha! Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war, but that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. Ha! That's all my statement means. You understand now, right?
Yes. Well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case before this asshole derails this any further.
Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change.
The victim is Kane Bullard, a CEO of KB Security. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 a.m. of the previous day.
And that's when our lost kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant.
Very well then, Mr. Godot. Please call your first witness.
Morning Joe, my favorite. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial. But the first one is always the best. You savor the delicious Arabica flavor.
Mr. Godot, your witness?
Okay then, let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself.
The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but...
I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify. Ha! You've got guts, Trite.
All right then, Mr. Ron Delight, please take the stand.
Yes. You did it, didn't you? Yes.
What?
Wait, no, that's not true.
For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever.
Sigh, well, Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making. And once he opens up his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin.
Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard, why did you go to KB Security?
Well, that's kind of hard to say, but I wish I could go home.
Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened.
Alright, my visit to KB Security. That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was. Okay.
1 a.m., the exact time the murder took place.
The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up like delicious coffee, as black as midnight. And then he did it. It's bitter today, too. Just like my destiny. Oh, my God. Alright, Blue Ripper just cheered. He said instead of a retrospective event, you should play retro games on a marathon or something else. I think it won't work out for a goal, but do you BBY? Okay. You never know. That for the way he's checking it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
Alright, here we go. So first he says he went to the office. Let's press that. 1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that? Yes, that's when my watch said that I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow, and my internal clock was also really...
1 a.m.? That's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered, correct?
It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure. The blackmail letter ordered me to go there.
It ordered you there?
It was the first time I'd gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere.
Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then?
Oh, of course. They say things like, steal this or take that. Haha, why don't you say those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say any more. Now, what should I do? Press harder or leaving? Press harder. So what did the blackmail letter in question say? It said to bring $50,000.
Money, eh? A perfect motive for committing murder.
Oh, but wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway.
Oh, is that right?
After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of.
An important point indeed. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Ha! A muddy mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do.
The blackmail threat didn't scare me. I wasn't going to cause me trouble or anything.
Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway? The blackmail letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct?
I'm sure it was referring to the whole mask thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me.
He didn't?
Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as Desi believes in me. So that's why Mr. Light didn't believe he was Master Mask. That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. I've been working for KG Security for a year ago. I knew where his office was.
You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right?
Yes, that's right.
A security chief? You?
And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge? A perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say?
This isn't going good. Maybe I should change the subject? Life after being fired, why he was fired, don't say anything. Why he was fired. Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job.
Well, the world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked them. Okay, then I take it back. No!
Defendant, please answer the question.
I needed money.
You needed money?
Well, you see, Tessie loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby.
Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick?
My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company.
Come again?
KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief,
you stole some data.
And sold it. Mr. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately.
What?
Well, I wish I had never asked that. I was somehow able to keep the secret and made it seem like I had quit on my own.
What is it, Nick? You don't look so good.
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment.
You do well to remember that. He sure told you. So you admit that you stole data from your company, is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
This is a very important fact, so please add it to your testimony.
Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worse, crashed and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. It's alright, I'm pretty sure that, you know, we're alright. In fact, I'm gonna save. I'll actually make a second save point, how about that? Okay. So he fired me for telling company secrets, of selling company secrets, but Desi doesn't know about that. Why would you do something like that? Well, for Desi's hobby, what else? Wasting money, huh? It's not a waste. Oh, it's not a waste. So Miss Delight doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she? So it would seem. I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other. I can't believe it. This case has gotten even mine to think seriously about couples.
Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright.
There wasn't much of his testimony, was there? Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least, that's what it sounds like to me. Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. We better be careful. But if we don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get closer to the truth. Yeah. So what can I do here? Okay. The blood letter I got ordered me to go there, right? If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Wait a minute. It had nothing to do with revealing his identity. It said that I would the red diamond. I'll take the red diamond. How do you know that? Here we go. I'm going to present this. The blackmail threat didn't scare me. It wasn't going to cause me trouble. No, I'm going to present it and be like, what about he said he was going to steal your diamond? Yeah. Your Honor, the statement contradicts his evidence. It does? What it does? Yes, it does. Bullshit. Oh, that's fucking horse shit. You can suck my nuts because it says right there was a red jewel at stake. Bullshit. That was bullshit. I mean, that's correct. The fireman's stolen company seems he doesn't know about that. From his second heist on, he was stealing as directed by the blackmail letters. We know that. The buzzer went off once at 1:02 a.m. October 12th in the CEO's office. Okay. Can I keep pressing? Can I press again? Let's see. What are we being blackmailed about? The blackmail letters if you didn't want your identity revealed. Mask-to-mask thing. Oh, wait! Tisk. I'm afraid that reason isn't going to hold up anymore. So Godot has thrown a monkey wrench into the plans. Here we go. What do you mean? The victim had no proof the defendant was masked to mask. But you were the one who stole company secrets only 1 year earlier. But that was all over with once I was fired. But it is true the fact that I did steal secrets was kept under wraps. Even so, there was no reason for me to pen up now a whole year later. Is that really true? What is it, Nick? The fact that Ron was stealing company data. I wonder if he would have had a problem if that ever became public knowledge. I mean, yeah? Mr. Delight, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble if your identity as a company data thief was made public. Eck!
Mr. Wright, what are you trying to do by bullying your own client?
Huh. Men are like colonies of bacteria. The more heat you apply, the faster they grow. That's exactly right. Well then, feel free to keep up the heat, my little lawyer amigo. Little lawyer amigo? Yes, now come on. Prove some evidence to back up your assertion. Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data-stealing secret from going public? Hmm. Could it be this? Could it be this? Because he was involved in the original, one of the original heists, right? I'm gonna try it.
Take that!
No. Yes! Huh. Well, Mr. Defendant.
You heard the defendant?
Just when I thought it wasn't possible, a whole new level of irritation rises before me.
Looks like the defense was just playing with
Himself. Ah! He was playing with himself. Wow. So it didn't work. I gotta save. I don't know what to present there. We gotta get back to that point again. Okay, here we go. Go.
Objection!
Objection. Alright. Whew. Get back to that question. We gotta review all the evidence. Yes, you would. Alright, blah, 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 blah. Get back to that point. Okay, so what is the evidence? Why would he want to keep his data stealing secret from going public? Maybe it's people. Hold on. Clint used to work as a guard for KB Security. Oh! Ron Delight's wife hates criminals and cowards more than anything, so she would consider him a criminal and a coward if she knew that he had stolen the data from the company, right? Alright. Here we go.
Take that!
Mr. Delight, what you said just now just doesn't match what you told me yesterday. Huh? What does it? I think you must have been scared, very scared, of having a certain person find out your secret.
Gulp. A certain person?
Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife.
Well, but listen to me, my Desi, she is.
Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins. Grr, Godot. Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault.
What do you mean?
Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about.
Oh.
No, everything is falling neatly into place for him.
Don't talk about my Desi like that, or you'll be sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick? I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes.
Clearly there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect his secrets. A family man who cared just a little too much.
The motive is clear. Let's move on. Ugh. What happened at the crime scene at 1 a.m. in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come on now, tell us. We're all ears. Okay, here we go.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullard was lying there, dead.
I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said that Master Mask struck him on the head from behind.
Of course, since Amy turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. Huh. No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that. What are you saying? I thought it was attacked.
We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination.
Got that, Mr. Try? Don't go easy just because he's your client.
Ha! If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend. Ultimate Colombian double dark roast of doom.
With some Splenda. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Goodell. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. Alright, time to cross-examine. So first he's talking about, there was a suspicious shadow there. Who is this suspicious shadow?
If there were 1,000 of me and even one more, I'd tell you. Trust me.
He's dodging all of our questions and not helping us with this case. Okay, then how was the victim, Mr. Bullard, at that time?
What do you mean by how was he?
Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place.
That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Rat?
Forget it.
So suddenly I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed.
Your forehead?
Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack.
Do you remember anything about who hit you?
Well, like I said, it was a fast and powerful hit. So I think it was a little dazed for a while.
I don't think Mr. Delight even grasped what you were asking. Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him. Alright.
What's up, Haley Kitty? Good to see you. If I hadn't been wearing that, it would have been killed.
That? Could you please clarify what you were referring to?
Why, my Master Mask costume, of course.
Wait just a moment. Master Mask?
Huh? Did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Master Mask. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of Quebec Security.
What? Robble. This guy's way too French. Nick, do you know about this? He never told me this. I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either.
Even I didn't know that.
It seems our little friend really does love to keep secrets.
I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait, that's not right. You know how sometimes things just slip your mind.
My sixth cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly.
At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Ho, ho, ho. Witness, please correct your testimony.
I'd have been killed if I hadn't been wearing my Master Mask costume.
Why were you dressed up as Master Mask?
Why, because I'm Master Mask, of course.
What are you talking about? Master Mask trial is being held next door.
Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Master Mask issue. So I thought I should go as him just to be safe.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that kid. That's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected.
Took a lot longer? What's he talking about? Wait and see or press harder, press harder. What do you mean by took a lot longer?
Opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught on the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullett's body.
What was that?
Back up a second.
Yes?
You were the one that hid the body in the safe?
Well, yeah.
Inconceivable! Why? Just why? What reason in Mother Jiminy Christmas would you have? What on in the holy North Pole were you thinking?
Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine?
What?
The answer is simple. When they take them off.
As usual, I have no idea what you're saying.
Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer? Ha! So you're not as stupid as you look. His metaphor this time was really obscure.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about the whole safe business beforehand, did you?
Well, yes.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here? We just make sure to add this to the testimony.
Yes, sir. Uh-oh, looks like a storm front is moving in over the Fairweather Judge. I panicked and hid the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes. Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway? Well, because it wouldn't fit in a drawer. Oh, that's not exactly what I meant. When I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, hey, as they find this corpse, they think I did it.
Huh.
I think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because
You killed him.
that's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body.
That certainly makes more sense.
Yeah. Hold on, 10 minutes? What is it, Nick? I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? I spent 10 whole minutes to do it? Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh, hey, Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were? That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence. We heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we? There's not much in this testimony either. I bet you he's still hiding something. I wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to draw it out of him. I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated. So it's got to be the last thing, right? Yeah, we gotta do this. We gotta press about this, I guess. Okay. Big Boy Abides Charity said, what is your opinion on filming people without their consent? I understand public places, but every idiot on earth is now equipped with a smartphone and some act as if filming you is normal. It's really annoying. I've dealt with this near campus. Privacy should be a thing. I mean, I agree with you. I actually do agree with you. And it's creepy that people just say, oh, I'm gonna film every possible fucking thing everywhere I go. You know, when I first started on YouTube, I had to abide by the rules. If I went to the mall was considered private property, and I was not allowed to film unless I got explicit permission. Which is why a lot of people would ask me, Phil, when you were going around for YouTube, why didn't you do like daily vlogs wherever you were going? Because it's not right. It invades privacy, and it's illegal in a lot of places that's considered private property. But now everyone has a smartphone and just fucking does it. They walk around filming, broadcasting, streaming themselves, recording, and it's like you never know what the fuck's going on around you if it's gonna turn out to be, you know, something that's broadcast on the internet. I kind of agree. So, yeah, I agree with you, Big Boy Abides. I think there has to be some kind of guidelines. There has to be some level of privacy. Just because I take a step out of my front fucking door shouldn't mean that a million people can now start fucking broadcasting my life. You know what I mean? Big Boy Abides says, I was actually in a classroom, and someone just started filming me. Not even public, really. Now, a classroom, by the way, is private property. I hate to say it. It is. It's the school's property. So if that person didn't have explicit permission to film there, you basically could have gotten that confiscated from them. You just had to notify the school, and they would have basically had to do something about it. So. Alright, anyway, let's continue. So what am I going to do here? I have to present some evidence regarding hiding the body and taking 10 minutes to do it. What can I present? The buzzer went off once at 1:02 a.m. And if the buzzer went off, right, I think it has to be the buzzer. I seriously think it has to be the buzzer. Yeah. Let me save. But I'm pretty sure it's the buzzer. Okay. No, I didn't want to press. I fucked up. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I pressed again by accident. Skip all this. I screwed it up. Ah! I did it again! Oh my god, I did it again! It's getting late and I'm pressing the wrong buttons. No! No! Alright, one more time. Okay, present the buzzer record. There it is. Present! Alright. Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record?
And what might this be?
The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, a security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m.
What?
If Mr. Rondelite truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way.
Objection!
Huh, let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building. Nope. Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as the chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them.
Objection!
But, as it turns out, the guard never came. That was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight would have known.
Objection!
Huh. Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. This buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is.
Conscious? What do you mean by that?
Ugh. Fine. Let's hear your theory. Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes.
Unconscious? So he fainted?
That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought that he had time to hide the body. So, what are you trying to say? Mr. Delight was knocked out and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean there was another person in the room. That's right! Whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight, and then they pressed the buzzer! Rubble, rubble, rubble!
Order in the court. Mr. Wright, this is...
Objection! Oh? This is preposterous! Because this kid, Ron Delight, is the one who killed Kane Bullet. Then who pressed the buzzer? It was... the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button.
So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the scene, but how? Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the buzzer? Yes! Because the buzzer had no fingerprints on it. Therefore, it had to be someone who was ready to protect. Why would Kane have cleaned his own fingerprints off? Anyway, Big Boy Abides cheered again. He said, I really mean this. I think that this generation that we're born with, grew up with smartphones and the internet, not the generation that adopted it, have brains that are wired differently. They think like a cyborg hive mind where they can instantly share and communicate, and it's not natural. You're right. People, like, to them, that's integrated as part of their lives. I gotta have a Facebook, I gotta have a Twitter, I gotta have all these social media accounts constantly just sharing everything about my fucking life to the world because they think that that's being important. That if you have people who follow you and look at your every move, that's basically important. Okay. That suspicious fart guy tipped me $1 and asked, what kind of underwear do you prefer, boxers or briefs? Boxers for sure. Hate those briefs. Too constricting on the testes. I'm gonna prove it, I think. I'm gonna try. After I say scum. Okay, let's do it. I can prove it. The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. Yeah, because there's no fingerprints.
Take that!
I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for.
The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it?
Absolutely not.
Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue.
Now I'm the one who's clueless.
This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind.
Oh! Rubble, rubble, rubble.
Ron DeLay obviously wiped them off. Ha! Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment. He touched that button. I know he did. Ha! The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Master Mask. And Master Mask always wears gloves. What reason would he possibly have to wipe the button for your fingerprints? Rubble, rubble, rubble!
Order, order, order in my court, goddammit! Oh, ho, 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 brother.
People who buy security said briefs may be less comfortable, but the chicks dig them. Doesn't bunch up in pants. 2 cheers for briefs. Also makes my average size D feel bigger. Sad. Wow. Okay. How
It would seem.
I've been forced to eat crow. I wonder what blend number crow flavor coffee is.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger?
Nah.
What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden?
Huh. It looks like you're fresh out of politics. They're on to you, Nick. Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard at around 1 a.m. And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? The killer clobbered Mr. Delight, then sounded the buzzer. Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond? Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say.
Very well then.
Oh,
You've got some guts. I like that in an opponent.
why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer?
I don't know, but I'm saving. Okay, let's see. They didn't mean to call the security guard to find out what it did. To call the security guard. The killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted.
Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose?
Yes, although as it turned out, he never showed up. Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time. Huh, what a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in? No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Ron DeLight, who was out cold. And the third person, the real killer.
Hypothetically, yes.
Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim, Ron DeLight, and if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer. Yes, that's precisely the killer's objective. To frame Ron DeLight for the murder. Rubble, 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 rubble. Okay. Big Boy abides his cheer. He said, do you think in 50 years women will fight all the wars and run the society and men will stay home and keep the household? Only used to be milked to produce kids like in South Park. Yes. Okay.
Order, order, order.
Ha! It would seem I've been made to eat my words once again. Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee. Mr. Rat, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one that only Master Masks. Nick, you mean the real killer is? We're going to drag that person in here right now. But, who is it? I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity. They also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard.
Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Rondelite for the murder of Kane Bullard?
We know. Luke Atney. That's right. Detective Luke Atney. He's the only one who could have done it. Ace Detective. Luke Atney?
You mean Master Mask did it?
No. Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not Master Mask at all. He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard. Rubble!
Order! Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime?
They're not even close. Murder is the more serious crime, of course. It's a capital crime subject to capital punishment.
Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. When Luke Atney confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom. Of course, a famous detective was unmasked as, well, Masked the Mask. Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along.
To be found guilty?
Master Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Master Mask was Luke Atney's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi.
A guilty verdict? As an alibi?
Rubble! Ha ha ha. You know, it's almost time.
For what?
For Luke Atney's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial after all. If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course, that's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder.
Mr. Luke Atney's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of the true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Am I really sure about this? Ha! A bet's only good when your life's the ante. Mr. Rat, I believe in you. Mr. Delight. Sir, please. I'm begging you. Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Whoa! Did you see that flash? Big Boy Abides, thanks for the cheer. I'm definitely not going to read that last cheer. No one needs to know about that stuff, dude. Especially not on a gameplay stream. Okay. Phoenix. Huh? What was that? Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust. That voice. It sounds like... Mia? Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess. Huh. So that's your answer, huh?
Very well. I've decided as well. This court will now make a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Atney to the stand.
Yes, Your Honor. All right. So, good Lord. Here's the other courtroom.
Well, Sir Detective Atney? I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly. Oh no, Sir Detective Atney. You were the one who...
Who the hell is this? It's a different judge. He has the same beard, though. That's enough! This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant. Look at me. Wait, don't hand down your verdict yet, please.
Well, well, Sir Lawyer, welcome to my courtroom.
Who's this hoser, huh? My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man. Look at me.
Accusation? You accuse Master Mask?
That man is not Master Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer. What? Rubble, rubble, rubble. Now that is what we call a twist. Alright, everybody. Well, that was absolutely perfect timing because I'm out of time for the stream tonight. We can end at a perfect place. That was great. Nice. Alright, good stuff. Let me save up.